additional option to install Windows using autounattend file. So for Windows 10, 11. When we need this option? Probably when we have a processor that not supported, but we want to install Windows. So here we can don't use check. We can configure installation without check your hardware, so it allow you to install. But also you can specify smallest windows and disable a lot of options that you cannot do when you install using standard options. So that's most important. So you can install with autounattend. We define option. Then when we install, we don't touch installation process. We only define some specific cases like password for PC, but we can also define here users and passwords. So here it is. So we can option we can create it. We can disable BitLocker, and also we can disable requirements about login into Outlook account. Need to create installation media. For this, here are also requirements. You need blank DVD disk or USB with 8 GB. Download button, so we can download that installation tool and use it. So it downloaded. So let's open it. Yes, and we can create media tool. So we need to select, we need to accept, then we need to select language, edition, use options recommended for this PC, or if you create for another PC, of course you need to create. So if you use different language, so you can select language, for example this one and edition, or this one, or Polska. Yes, I'm sure, but I use English. Next. So, and here you can select what do you use. You create USB flash drive or ISO file, and next. Use configure for minimal output. So it helps us to create the most best version of Windows without a lot of rubbish which Microsoft add to Windows. So first language, I stay with English. We can specify a second language for keyboard, but I don't do it. Home location, so using this language we select this, and then we can select, so Ukraine. Okay, I specify Ukraine, so select. We use processor, so 64. Next, this checkbox for bypass Windows 11 requirements. Remember, I showed requirements. So if you have hardware that not bypass these tests, that not pass these requirements, so you can select this checkbox and install. if you willing to install Windows 11 or etc. Allow without internet connection. Okay, this is okay. I don't need to use this distribution share. No, I don't need it. Hide PowerShell. This is just hide prompts during installation. Keep sensitive files by default on attend, which might contain sensitive data, will be deleted once Windows has finished. When you enable this checkbox, those files will be kept. Okay, we stay it. So here is a number for your computer. So I add my. Okay, so you can add even script for this. Compact. Compact allow Windows to compact some data, and it might lead to bad work experience, but it help you to save disk space. So I don't use, because I need strong computer and with power, so that should work. So set time zone, I use my one. So Helsinki, yes, this one. Partition and formatting and interactively during Windows setup. So yes, if you select this, Windows might remove everything from your disks, might select not wrong disk, so better use interactively. Custom disk part, don't use it, don't use, this is do not run script, use generic product key, no, I don't have one. Enter product key. Okay, we stay with this one selection because we don't have source image. Okay, okay, Windows path, land Windows, the topic handle Windows. So add this, copy Windows to it and make it bootable. Not Windows the topic handle the Windows first stage as usual. Okay, user accounts. So we can create additional accounts, but I don't do it. First logon. So does the first administrator create it above, or we can use built-in and provide password. If you're interested in it, then you can choose. I don't use it for now. Interactively other local offline user account interactively. Okay, password does not expire. I select. This is not best practice, but it's up to you. If you want to update your password, change it every 42 days, this is your choose. So account lookup policy, default policy, file export tweaks. So I select show all files because I want to see all files when I work. I probably advanced user, so it's for me better. And I always also select always show file extension. This is for security purpose. Sometimes you download from different sites information, and there might be virus hardware. So by seeing extension, you can prevent running these viruses. So you see extensions, and you can see what type. Use classic context, open file explorer to this PC instead of quick access, show and tasks. So here is type of command line. I use this one. Choose icons, default icons, disable widgets. Is the news weather widgets, so that consume your memory, network. So I don't need it. I can live without it. I can check by myself. So this is to classic Windows 10 type left align. Hide task view button from the taskbar. Always show all try icons. This will simply set the enabler auto try value. So yes, we don't need it. Bing results. So Windows 10 we're not interested. Windows 11 configure the pins. Use default pins. Okay, we save. This is Windows Defender. I probably save it, but I disable Windows Defender. I run, but I disable Windows Update. So because often there is situation happen when Windows publish bad update, and you can lost your Windows and have to reinstall. So better to download it manually or periodically turn on to check what you need. I'm more advanced user, so I prefer this option. You can uncheck this box if you're not sure about it. Use it for Microsoft. Okay, smart app control. This is system tweaks, so we can faster tab, smart screen, app control, add CL, removes write permission, so notification user group. Okay, that's this sets several registry files that prevent the download and installation on suggested apps. Note that as side effect, this will also disable manage device button in the mobile device section in the teams. Okay, prevent device encryption. This is manage BitLocker encryption. I don't use BitLocker by several reasons. So first is this is performance impact. Second one, you can have errors with it and then not encrypt your hard drive. So this is my choose. So I believe for me is better. I don't have very secure information on my laptop, and I'm not bad person who can not a criminal who can be checked by police about bad data. So hit the edge first strong experience. Okay, disable startup bust. Okay, make edge uninstallable. Okay, let's try mouse setting. This might be okay. Core isolation. I don't. If you don't know something, better don't select it. Delete empty. Disable automatically gone for last user after restart. Okay, audit process creation. Command line all. Visual effects. Default. Use for best performance. Performance. This is most important thing for me. So next, edge shortcut on desktop. So show default desktop is so show this desktop. So no, we don't need it. Folders on start. Show this folder documents. Okay, this is virtual machine support. So yes, I interested in it. I sometimes use virtualization, Dockers, and VirtualBox to use Vagrant for automation. So I save it. Prommox no, parallels desktop no. Okay, LAN Wi-Fi. So interactively this is good option because you can configure Wi-Fi XML, disable all. I choose it in so disable all. I don't want to share my information, except if you something need, you always can use log files. You can work with event, and I have video about it on channel. Locate settings. Okay, status and behaviors. Okay. Sticky case, use default. Personalization, default. Wallpaper, default. Lock screen, default. And bloatware. So select all, and then we can configure what we interested in. Okay. Paint we need, photos we need, solitaire, so it's up to you. Xbox, this is if you playing eager games. So weather no, sticky notes, solitaire. Okay, mat input game. So we can save Copilot. Maybe I need it. This is I check. Maybe then I can delete it. And solitaire, Bing not, Cortana not, Clipchamp. This is for video. Working with video and manage it. So cut and build videos. So I use that application and I like it. So Automatscape, Teams, voice recorder. So Windows terminal, we need voice recorder. Okay, calculator, maps, notepad, PowerShell. Okay, media player, and this one, and what else? And camera. Okay. Custom scripts. If you want to create something custom, you can add scripts. So default user. Okay. First logon. So application control. So I use okay, don't configure. Okay, we save as default. App locker. Don't have. I didn't create. XML. Okay. Settings, submit a form. Download XML file. So this is one. This is example I use, but I create my own. So I need to put flash drive and record it to flash drive. When flash is ready, we can continue our installation process. Run our installation USB. We need to create it, then we need to put it on our PC or laptop, then we need to restart PC, and we need to navigate to BIOS or UEFI settings. So to open boot menu, we can use F2, F12, delete or SQA immediately after you turn on PC. So we continually press before that menu appears. So for Acer laptop and Asus laptop, I use F2 to use boot menu, to open boot menu. So F2 to BIOS, to boot menu, F8 for Asus and F12 for Acer. So for desktop PC, I use delete to enter BIOS. So here is from my Asus laptop menu. Using F2, I enter this menu. Then to use boot menu, so here you can see boot menu, you need to press F8 here as mentioned. And you can see here, this is Windows Boot Manager because Windows installed, or USB flash drive. So we need to select this one and press enter. Appears menu. So here you can try about how you can start installation process. This is for Ubuntu flash drive, but For Windows the
on
same. Boot menu, because here is disabled, I need to enable it, and then I can use F12 to run boot menu. So we need to save F10 configuration, yes, and restart. Then pressing F12 we can enter into boot menu. The post-installation process looks like this. I'll install it automatically. We need to just update drivers and configure some security questions, configure username and password, and some security questions. Connect to Wi-Fi. Then we need to define name for device, password, confirm password. Then we need to add security questions, and that's all.